Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Nur. Now I will explain about passive voice. Passive voice in English focuses on the action and the receiver of the action rather than the door agent. The object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence. Passive voice is often used when the door of the action is unknown, unimportant, or implied. Here's how passive voice is formed in both the simple present and simple past tense. Passive voice in simple present tense. The structure of passive voice in the simple present tense is subject, is, am, past participle. For the example here, the active sentence is she writes the letter. So the passive, the letter is written by her. For other example, like they make cakes. The passive is cakes are made by. Then steps to form the passive voice in simple present. First, identify the object of the active sentence. Second, use the correct form of to be, is, am, are based on the subject. So, use is for singular nouns or third person singular subjects, use are for plural noun, and use am for the subject I. Third, add past participle of the main verb. Written for the example here, written for write. And last, optionally, add by followed by the door if necessary. Then, passive voice in simple past tense. The structure of passive voice in the simple past tense is subject, was or were, past participle. For the example here, she wrote the letter. So the passive is the letter was written by her. Then the steps to form the passive voice in simple past. First, identify the object of the active sentence. Second, use the correct form of to be, was or were, based on the subject. So use was for singular nouns or third person singular subject, and use were for plural nouns. The third, add the past participle of the main verb, written for write, like that. And last, optionally, add by followed by the door if necessary. Okay, next, passive voice of present and past progressive tenses. The passive voice in the present progressive and past progressive tenses emphasize the action in progress, focusing on what is happening to the subject rather than who is doing the action. Now we talk about passive voice in the present progressive tense. So the structure here is subject, is, am, are, being, past participle. The example for the active sentence is she is washing the car. So the passive is the car is being washed by her. So steps to form the passive voice in present progressive. First, identify the object of the active sentence. Second, use the appropriate form of to be, is, am, are based on the subject. Is for singular subjects, are for plural subjects, and am for I. Third, add being to indicate the progressive aspect. Four, use the past participle of the main verb. And last, optionally, add by and the agent if necessary. Next is passive voice in the past progressive tense. The structure of the passive voice in the past progressive is subject, was, were, being, past participle. For the example here, she was preparing dinner. So the passive is dinner was being prepared by her. Then steps to form the passive voice in past progressive. First, identify the object of the active sentence. Second, use the appropriate form of to be, was or were, based on subject. So, was for singular subject and were for plural subjects. Third, add being to indicate the progressive aspect. Fourth, use the past participle of the main verb. And last, add by and the agent if necessary. So I think that's all my explanation. Thank you very much. As I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.